What's my favorite thing about the foam flinging hobby? It's building. I love building my own custom blasters. Cut a bunch of parts and pieces off existing blasters and cobble them together into my own unique monstrosity. But obviously not a lot of people have the time or patience to learn how to do something like that. But what if there was a way you could just buy parts and pieces off a store shelf that were already designed to be interconnected to each other, and they happen to be a building toy that's meant to build into a foam dart blaster? That's what the sponsor of today's video, knex, has done with the CyberX line. That's right, K-Force is back. Honestly, I never got my hands on the original K-Force stuff, so I'm really glad that knex sponsored this video so I can show off their new CyberX line. And knex CyberX line is exactly what you think it is when it comes to foam darts. It's a knex building system, you know, that system building tools that has been around forever, but I know it most for its awesome roller coaster sets, but this time built around foam dart blaster cores. And it can get pretty crazy because this one right here is an electronic flywheel blaster, magazine fed, that fires via a crank. Something I don't think exists anywhere else in the hobby right now. Currently in CyberX, there are 2 different blaster core systems in 4 different sets. You've got front-loading Springer blasters like the C5 Gigablast here, and then you've got electronic magazine flywheel systems like the C10 Crossover Legacy blaster here. These are designed for ages 8 and up because obviously they include a lot of small pieces. Yes, this is a build-your-own blaster series. When you pick up the box, it is full of parts and pieces that you use to build your own blaster. The C5 Gigablast here features over 100 pieces. The notable components are, of course, the blaster core itself and the grip, but the rest are small knex pieces that you put together to build the thing on the box with the included instruction. However, if you want to, there are alternate builds that you can create using the exact pieces in this box, and the instructions for those are provided on the knex website. However, the real fun and allure of this system is once you've built it in all of its alternate forms, and you have risen to the rank of a knex master, you could build this box into whatever you wish, and then combine it with whatever knex you happen to have around or other blaster sets in the system. The possibilities are truly endless here. The C5 is your basic sidearm in the knex CyberX line. It's a front-loading pistol where you simply just load a dart into the front barrel, prime it back using the keyring pull, and then of course aim and then pull the trigger when you're ready to fire. They are remarkably strong builds that can handle being ran around and played with. And if they ever come apart, you can just rebuild it. The C5 Neo Strike is the partnered blaster to the C5 Gigablast. The C5 Neo Strike is a bigger blaster with more pieces. Most noticeably, it incorporates a trigger linkage system and dart holders. And in one box with the Neo Strike, you can build 4 different blasters: the Neo Strike itself and 3 different alternates. But of course, this is knex. It's a building system, so if you have other knex pieces, you can actually use them with this system and build whatever the heck you want. And I actually wonder how crazy those can get. I don't have extra knex, but I assume a knex master could build some pretty incredible stuff here. The knex CyberX darts are the same darts that came with the K-Force blasters, and that is to say they are very good. As many of you might not know, these were the go-to darts for quite some time. The only flaw with them is that there just wasn't big enough packs of them to buy for an economical price. The CyberX magazines are pretty different. They have grippy parts right here so you can easily pull them in and out of the blasters because none of the flywheel blasters have magazine releases. They're all friction fit. They look like they could hold more than 10 darts. However, there's something that stops the follower from going all the way down to the base of the mag and compressing the spring all the way. So 10 darts is all you get. The flywheel blasters that all take magazines, again, don't have magazine releases, so the magazines just kind of friction fit and click into place. They all have cutoffs on them. That's what this little post at the top of the magazine does. So when the flywheel unit is switched on, there's no revving until a magazine is inserted and set into place. Then it starts revving. So with the flywheel blasters, for instance, you can unload all your shots, rip out a mag, and replace it with a fresh mag. You just have to make sure you get that last click in there, which depending on the build can be a little tough. That also means for the flywheel blasters, basically the entire blaster is located in one spot. But if Springer blasters aren't exactly your jam, well, how about some flywheelers, some magazine flywheelers with the next blaster, the C10 Crypto Crank. This blaster features more than double the parts and pieces that the Neo Strike did, and is electronic, and in the entire line, in my opinion, is the most fun and the most complex build. Because not only is it an electronic flywheel blaster that is magazine fed, But in its bullpup design, it doesn't actually feature a trigger. You actually crank the blaster to fire. This is a pretty complex blaster design that takes a while to build, which is part of the allure of a system like this. You're not just buying a blaster off the shelf, you're building your own thing, you're buying a kit. And for some people, that might not be for you, but for a lot of people, that is half the fun, if not all of the fun. These are buildable kits first and blasters second, but that doesn't mean they're bad at the blasting part. Once it's up and running, the fire rate of the Crypto Crank is actually pretty impressive. The magazines hold 10 darts, and the flywheel system is powered by 3 AA batteries. However, if you don't want to build the crank setup, the Crypto Crank actually features 6 different builds in the box, meaning there are several hours of playtime with just this set alone. And then of course we go to the biggest and baddest blaster in the set, the C10 Crossover Legacy. This is a magazine-fed flywheel blaster that features a traditional trigger setup. The crossover itself is designed to feature a crossbow aesthetic with little shields in the front right here that could potentially block darts for you. It features the exact same 10 dart magazine that the Crypto Crank did, and also the exact same flywheel core powered by 3 AA batteries. However, this beast clocks in at almost 500 pieces. And it's easy to see that. Look at this thing. It is freaking massive and is absolutely awesome looking in my opinion. However, being the biggest blaster in the set with the most pieces in the CyberX line, that also means it features 7 buildable blasters in the box. And in many of these sets, it's not just blasters that you can build, but you can also build targets as well. And not only does every single blaster I talk about have alternate builds that you can get instructions for online, but of course all these pieces are interconnectable with each other, which gives you a lot of room to build your own crazy custom combinations. Like this little shorty shotgun thing that I started and Luchathor finished for me. Thank you very much for your help, Luchathor, on this one, because after spending hours building a bunch of knex stuff, I needed a little bit of a break. Why does this abomination exist? I don't know, but what I can tell you is that it's a lot of stupid fun. The knex CyberX blasters themselves hit the performance velocities that you would expect out of a toy like this. They are certainly functional, no doubt about that. But of course, the main draw of the line is the building. That is what you're here for with the CyberX line. If you just wanted to fling foam as quickly as possible, the CyberX line wasn't built for you. But if you took the time to understand the system and played around with it, there are a lot of really bizarre things you can do. And that's what has me the most excited, because just based on the Crypto Crank alone, I know there are some insane things you could build with the knex CyberX system. Once again, I'd like to thank knex for sponsoring this video, and if you're interested in picking up any of the blasters in the line, you can pick them up online or at most retailers. And more importantly, I can't wait to see what comes out in the line next. But that's all I've got for you. I'm Walcom7. Thank you very much for watching this video. Chances are if you got to the end, you like what I do here, so please hit like, hit subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment, do all that algorithmic garbage to help our channel grow so you can help the hobby grow. And of course, I hope to see you in an entirely different video.
You gotta